What's up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new car video by HRXS7. Today we are gonna be buying a new car since I started recording the video early. And I'm at Siemens at the moment. We got a good looking Felzer here. We are gonna go straight to the legendary Motorsport website. And this is a car that I've been waiting to purchase for a very long time. Absolutely gorgeous car. And it goes for 1.9 million and it's called Turismo Omaggio. I'm surprised that it is so expensive. 2.8 million for a regular sports car that doesn't even have weapons. So this car obviously comes with Imani tech, which is a cool feature, but 1.8, I'm not really justified or satisfied. There's only one way to find out, so we're gonna go straight to my agency. And I see a Ferrari right there. Whose is that? It does look pretty good though. Is that my friends or... Damn. Wait, did I accidentally get two of them? Well, I'll be honest, I spent 2 days thinking if I should... I was just confused about the build. Should I go for like a race build? Or maybe just keep it stock? So that's the reason why I got my second Ferrari, and I think I made a stupid decision, but... This one's pretty much stock. It's got no upgrades, no engines, nothing done to it. Just for science purposes. So obviously, just like you guys know, this car is based on the Ferrari F8 Tributo. And this car is pretty special. Like it says Tribute. This car was actually one of the final cars made by Ferrari. So if you look at the side profile, this car looks pretty much like the Ferrari 458 or the 488. And this came with around a 500 horsepower and got a V8 twin turbo. So Ferrari made a few developments to the engine as well as the aerodynamics while they were progressing, and they also made some engine improvements to the 488 Challenge with engine being boosted up and whatever they learned, and with the 488 they also made some improvements to the aerodynamics. That's when they combined all the improvements, learnings and the new technologies into a final Ferrari, and this is a tribute to the V8 twin turbo that the Ferrari normally has. And that's when they call this the Ferrari F8 Tributo. Absolutely beautiful car. This is a combination of all the positive parts from all the Ferraris that you would find. This car is basically a car on steroids, and yeah, pretty sick looking, pretty angry. Look at that, it looks so aggressive. It looks like a horse that's being tamed. Pretty cool. So Ferrari actually stopped developing this car since this was gonna be the last of its kind, and yes, they are gonna shoot up in value. I don't really prefer the 488 from the back, but the front does look pretty cool. Look at that. It looks so aggressive. Like the car is about to kill me. And the shape, everything is just so attractive. The lines, curves. Oh, man, I love this car so much. I've always been loving this car. Probably not the... I'm not the biggest fan of the Tributo, but once I heard about the engine, I absolutely fell in love with it. So, let's get straight into the customization. Of course... Spoiler alert, I am gonna go for more like a race build since I already have a stock one, more like the GT3 Evo, and something that takes inspiration from the 488 Challenge. So I think I'm gonna stick with some of the carbon options, as I do like the forged carbon, but I mean, yeah, we aren't going for like a man's rebuild. At the back, it looks more like a Lotus. This ain't a Ferrari. I do like the canards that you can see right now. I am definitely gonna be putting either the single or the double canards. The double does look good, but I think the single looks slightly better than the double ones. You can see the rear panel below the spoiler. I will get more into the aerodynamics later. Let's get straight into the liveries. Omaggio stripes do look pretty good. I do like them. That Italian flag and the back, but like I said, I'm going for more like an Evo build, so I'm planning to go for like sponsors and things on the side. Something like the Pista, black accents, which might disrupt the shape of the car. We have this one. This one's pretty good. It looks like something like the Monza or the SP2 or SP1. Yeah, here's where the real stuff starts. I mean, this is a prototype. This one's alright. We got Global Racing, Grotti Racing, that looks absolutely gorgeous. But man, the yellow Rockstar, you screwed it up. I mean, I was planning to go for like a Ferrari which is red in color, but the yellow just messes it up. This also looks good, but again, there's a bit of green accent in a weird position. But I think we can come around this and find a solution, since after all, it is a good looking Ferrari. But yeah, the yellow just turns me off a bit. But if I talk about the liveries and the sponsors and the numbers, this design just looks perfect. And it's also got an Italian flag on the top. Yeah, I do like this one as well. Is it? Come on, don't tell me I need to get my third Ferrari just to put this livery on. I think I would just stick with the GT3 build that I'm going for. You know what? Let's just get it. We will find a solution to this. I don't think I would be able to stick to the red color that I was hoping to get. But let's keep scrolling. We should be finding a good option. So we have a bit of yellow which sort of covers that area, and there is no way to get around that unless I choose a color same like the one that's here. Like the red does look good, but the yellow just ruins the design of it. Now it looks a bit funky and I'm not really liking it. But look at this race yellow. Okay, I do actually like it. I mean, yeah, Ferraris in yellow do look good, but I would like a red Ferrari. But just because of this liveries, we have to stick with, you know what, I think I am gonna do that. Let's do the regular yellow. Yeah, the interior as well. Too much of yellow at this point, but I might probably black out the windows. I would love to put the covered roof, but you know what, Rockstar is a pretty cool company, but they do 10% of a good job on the liveries, and they fuck it up by 90% on the rest. That makes you not want to even use the liveries anymore. I mean, at this point, Rockstar, I'll be honest, they know nothing about cars. They have zero knowledge about cars. They screw up every single livery, but hey, there's no point of complaining. They should actually let us design our own liveries just like Forza. Filters, this one has a pretty cool vent that's also being added, and it's also in carbon, so it's a pretty cool fin duct. Looks a bit more aggressive. Guys, don't judge my looks. I don't think it looks good right now, but hey, we have to overcome the bad liveries that we have in this game. So the only way to do that is just keep adding more and more and see which one suits the build the most. The pearls being transferred here, and try to put it probably in a classic black without any pearl, since yeah, it does look a bit better right now. Yeah, it does look good. Okay, spoilers, the part where the real aerodynamics comes in. The aero is pretty cool. So as you can see, the vent on top and the bumper, so air basically enters from the bumper just below the white area on the livery, and they exit through the vent on the hood. So that's one way of aero, and also you can see the lights have a slight vent on that. So the air basically enters that vent on here and exits through the front wheels, which actually cool the brakes. And obviously I don't need to mention about the side vents and the back aero. You see, pretty cool. It speaks for itself. So air basically flows all the way down, and yeah, more downforce. And another cool feature about this car is it's actually got flaps on the bottom side of the car. So below the bumper you've got a bunch of fins which open up. So when you are moving in a straight line, the fins open up to reduce the drag. So it's pretty much like a DRS system, but instead of being on the spoilers, they're on the underside of the car. So that's a really cool feature. I think I'm gonna go for the street SPL win, since I like the fins on the side. They have a bit of curve and a bit more aggression, even though it's a flat spoiler, but that's the only option we have here. And obviously, sun strips, after all, it's a race car. You definitely need to lower this thing because it sits pretty high. I expected it to go a bit lower, but yeah, this is pretty good. When you see the vents on the back, the rear glass, they are actually on the real car. They do have vents which obviously increase the airflow and just stop the air from breaking out when you are going in at a high speed. So Yeah, just if you guys are wondering, that's not a glitch or a bug. The car in real life has those vents. Now wheels. These stock wheels do look good. I could do the high five. They are very similar in design to the stock ones, but I'm going for more like, you know, the BBS wheels, something different, something that the normal Ferrari doesn't have. And this Giga mesh looks pretty good. It's also got a bit of chrome on the outer lip, so let's go with that. And I think the white is a bit bright, so I might probably just leave it in alloy. And obviously it's a race car, so it needs some race tires. Chapal does look something like the Pyroli, and I think, if I'm not wrong, correct me, don't judge me, I'm not too sure about this, but I think Pyroli actually sponsors Ferrari race cars. And here's my build. Alright, so we have to finish this build. I hope you guys like it, because I'm in love with this build. I do actually like the yellow color, they look pretty sick. Oh, and the lights also look something like the real car. And just to finish this build off, we have to hit a quick pit stop to another location. It's a race car and I need to finish the build. And I can't lie, it does look pretty good as of now. Man, this drive was fucking amazing. I can't lie, this car is stuck. This car has a magnet. Oh, I will get more into the in-depth review of how the car drives and stuff once I'm done with this, but man, just this drive was fucking amazing. This car, wow. Alright, back at the LS car meet, and we are yet to finish the final build on this beauty. So let's get to the mod shop while we work on the last thing that this car deserves. And that is, yeah, you guessed it, the lights. So the GT3 actually has some sort of yellow lights, which is pretty cool, including the Huracan and some of the other cars. But man, they do look not completely disappointed, and after all, it's a GT3 build, so we are gonna do that. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Now let's test this thing out. Fuck. I swear I can't even speak right now. This car just looks so beautiful. So gorgeous, so good looking. Damn. Wow. Alright, let's keep driving. Gotta warm up those tires. Oh, and I actually missed something. So, just before the video started, I also made sure, just to keep the vibe, and yup, Grotti Racing. Now we look like an official race team. Yes, sir. Now let's get into my 4F8 Tributo race car, designed by HRXS7. The interior, not a big fan. Looks like I do love the steering wheel, don't get me wrong on that, but the seats are pretty old, but yeah, it works. After all, it's not a Jubilee interior. I imagine they put a Jubilee interior on this. Damn, I would delete this game. Alright, from what I've been feeling, this car looks like it's stuck to the ground. It barely loses traction, and it's also a rear-wheel drive. And all I gotta say, man, the downforce on this thing is freaking amazing. It's like the car is glued to the ground. Alright, so it's time to push this vehicle. One thing I gotta say is this car is just stuck to the ground, you know. It doesn't even move. It's like a proper turn. Somebody's trying to kill this guy. Okay, so time for some insane driving. Let's test this thing. Get in. So obviously in GTA we don't have proper aerodynamics and stuff, but I can feel it. This car is stuck to the ground. I know it might look a bit different on video, but since I'm the one driving it, man, this car is more like and let's get into the turnings. The turnings are a bit, I don't know how to say it. It's like my brain is glitching at this point, since it feels like I'm planning ahead of time. You know, I think 2 seconds late that I need to take this right turn, and guess what? I have already taken this turn. This car doesn't oversteer but steers so perfectly that you forget that you are in reality. I don't know how to say it, but man, the turning is amazing. Steering and handling is just perfect, coupled with some absolutely good downforce. Wow. Interior, obviously got the race car interior with those buttons and dials. I think it's pretty much like the concept car from Grotti. I think it was not a single scratch. Look at that. This car was called the Grotti Visione, yes, Vision or Visioni. Something like that interior. Oh man. It steers before you're even steering. So it's like you have planned ahead of the future, but you realize that you are driving in real time. So it feels pretty good. And the craziest part is, this car is a rear-wheel drive. For a rear-wheel drive in GTA having such a good handling, that's a 10 out of 10. Just extremely impressive. And from what I felt, the top speed isn't even too bad. Man, I gotta give this thing 10 out of 10. Wow. This is probably one of the best cars I've driven. In this game, obviously. I haven't driven a GT3 in real life, but I would love to try one.